Oh boy, wowee. Hello, everybody, and sincerest apologies because we are late AF today. It is very bad. How are you, Big J?
Mate, I feel like those times when you're at work, when you think someone's going to be able to cover for you, the boss might not figure out that, you left half an hour early. I feel like that today. I was running late. I had to stop off to get some stuff for dinner. Little did I know that yourself was also running late. So then we both ended up running late. Like, who figures it out? It is all the fans who ended up sticking around. Thank you very much, guys. It was a bit of a rough one, but we're here. We're here for the next hour and a half to 2 hours, answering all your questions, chatting footy, talking mid-season draft, Joe. Big Archer May in your team. It's going to be fun.
Very happy about getting Archer, mate. But yes, again, guys, really sorry about that. The team, the work today was just super busy. Ended up leaving work really late and got some last minute correspondence and stuff, which was pretty explosive. And then obviously traffic home was also really bad as well. So apologies, guys, for doing all that, but we'll be right. She'll be right. We'll enjoy the rest of the stream. And oh, look at you. No respect, you two are princesses.
There you go.
You guys are princesses. I've never been called a princess, Michael. Oh, I'm the ugliest princess the world has ever seen. Maybe the hairiest one as well. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. All right, guys. So let's start going through some of the initial comments that we might have missed out on. Initiator, mid-season draft crazy. Can't wait for Brad Scott to never play any of them. Bro, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. We'll play them. We have to play them. And the reason why we will play them is because we are well and truly embracing the tank this year. We are tanking so hard. It is wonderful because we have got Reed out, Ridley out, Mackay out for a month, and Hayes out as well. 4 of our key defenders are all out. So what do we do? We do not draft a key defender. Get around us. We are looking to tank the hardest tank job in the world. I really hope the AFL does not actually. I hope the AFL doesn't scrutinize us and do some sort of investigations.
Book you guys for tanking. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. We might get done for tanking, bro. That's bad.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Like, there were a couple of players that potentially were available. I think a Selwood got to your second pick, maybe a McCartan as well. But all of the guys who may have been the ones you were looking for could have just been gone, Joe. You could have said, well, we wanted this guy, but he was taken in the first round, so doesn't matter. I know as well from my sources that you guys were looking at Trembath as well, the guy that North Melbourne picked up with their second pick. So potentially after May, we might have jumped on someone that you guys were looking for. So, there's something, I suppose.
Pretty good. But no, I don't mind because I'm pretty sure one of the players, McMahon,
You could play Archer May in the back line.
Now, McMahon says, there you go, how about Velo? McMahon used to play defense as a kid, and I think McMahon used to play as a defender for the Pies and then they delisted him because he didn't quite make it as a defender. Goes to Carlton's VFL, plays forward, and becomes an absolute revelation there. So he can be a swingman for us. So I'm really happy about that. But the one I'm most happy about is May, because what it does is because it absolutely screws over both Collingwood, who really wanted him, and Dermot Brereton. Dermy, he is his stepson, and Dermy absolutely hates the Bombers. It is so funny. Apparently, let me share this screen. and everyone knows how much Dermot Brereton hates the Bombers. Dermy says on SEN that just minutes after May was selected, Dave Barham, of course, the president of the Bombers, called him to comically sledge him. So our president gets on Dermy's phone. Hey, Dermy, suck shit, mate. We got you, boy.
Sucked in.
Get suck. Oh, that's the best. I'm so happy. I don't even know how good May is, to be fair. But like, if we're sticking it to Dermy and Collingwood with this one selection, that is absolutely unbelievable. And there's got to be a prank somewhere. The only shame is that we don't play the Hawks this year. Dermy will refuse to wear any Dons gear. I know. But the hope will be that maybe Sarah Jones on Fox can maybe quickly whip around a Bomber's scarf on him. That would be the funniest thing.
Yeah, there you go. I know that there was definitely some talk as well, Joe. Maybe you're alluding to the same thing, but there was definitely some talk today from a few Collingwood people saying, man, we wanted him so bad. We need this guy in our team, blah, 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 blah. And hey, he's no longer there, so sucked in.
Oh, he's a big boy, this Archer May kid. Like and we love all of the Archers. Like we Archie May, we got Archie Perkins, we got Archie Roberts, we've now got Archie May. He's huge. Look at him.
We got Glenn Archer. You know. Look at him.
Wait, no, come on.
His arms are very big. I didn't realize how big his arms were, to be honest. But he's a big boy.
He is Hercules. Get around him, mate. Someone photoshopped Derm into Essendon colours for the Herald Sun front page. He looks huge, Tatum. Absolutely, he looks huge. So, but tonight we'll be keen to see how Zach Johnson does for us. We're all really excited for Zach Johnson. But before we talk about that, there are some other big news that broke today. Huge news, which I think everyone will be super happy about. I know I was super happy about this, and I'm sure all of you guys are going to rush to pop some champagne. There will be an AFL executive team restructure, okay? I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can maybe see it a bit better. So AFL CEO Andrew Dillon has today announced a restructure of his executive leadership team, okay?
Yep.
I'm not going to read this. It's been 18 months review. Who gives a shit? All right. AFL department will be bolstered into two leadership functions: football operations and football performance, with each stream to have an executive member reporting to the CEO. Laura Kane will be responsible for football operations, while the AFL will appoint a new general manager for football performance. Football operations under Miss Kane will be responsible for the operations of delivering the AFL, AFLW, VFL, and VFLW, and the Coates Talent League competition matches, and a newly formed AFL healthcare and medical team, including the league's mental health response and ongoing concussion management. She'll also be leading the AFLW. The AFL Talent, football performance will be responsible for MRO, umpiring, game analysis, player movement, laws of the game, innovation, and club engagement within football. AKA everything we care about as football fans. Everything we care about as football fans will be taken out of Laura Kane's hands.
Laura Kane's gone, boys.
She has, for all intents and purposes, been demoted while she is still holding an executive team member role. Don't let that fool you. She has genuinely been demoted, and she will not have any part of the facets of the game that we see regularly. MRO, umpiring, game analysis, player movement, laws of the game, innovation, and club engagement. Laura Kane can get in the bin. Where is it? Where is
It's
it?
there. It's there. You just have to find it.
I'm so bad at finding this. Laura Kane, get in the bin. Get in the bin, Laura Kane. She's done and dusted. So good.
Mate, it was bound to happen, right? Like, she put her foot in it so many times in a row that, hey, at one point, Laura, maybe this is not the right job for yourself. And, hey, it wasn't the right job for herself. So, unlucky there, big L. You took the big L, and that's it.
Dylan, unfortunately, will not be out the door, but Laura Kane has sort of been shown the door. So she's off the rules. Yes, she is, Kai. She has got no involvement whatsoever with all of these major components here. So it's really good. Then Dylan can how good. Gain half the role now, just the other half off her. So, but this is the main part. The main part is this. It is all of this stuff. So she's finally off of those, but there's no way that Dylan's going to be immediately following her. He's just going to try and reduce her impact as much as possible so that he can start to look better. Because at the same time, as long as she's around and making silly decisions, obviously it's going to be a poor reflection on him. So the fact that he's finally mustered the courage, I suppose, to sort of show her a different pathway, you never know. The AFL might improve. The only question will be who this new general manager is. That's the only question. Whoever this new person will be is going to have a massive role to play, and hopefully they're good.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. I think there were a couple of points throughout the season, but probably the umpire scandal was the big one for me. That just said, "Hey, stamp your papers. See you later." You know what I mean? It was bit of a rough one. Sometimes it's not the best to go at your guns and say, "Hey, I'm sticking by what I'm saying." Sometimes, maybe bite the bullet and say we can do better, but she can't do better now.
It might come down to whether or not Tassie goes through. Because if Tassie doesn't go through, because obviously with Tassie, there's that whole question mark in the air because is this stadium going to get built? If the stadium isn't built, then the plug is pulled on Tassie. And I'm pretty sure there was that David Gale.
Hear about it.
David Gale was saying that if it doesn't go through, they are all without a job. So personally for me, if Tassie indeed doesn't go through, then to me, I think the clear as day person to take this job would be David Gale. I think he would be great. Brendan Gale, sorry. Why am I saying David Gale? I don't even know. Brendan Gale, correct. Brendan Gale would be the perfect person for the job. Absolutely, I think. So if he's not around, then and some people are saying that there's not enough quality in the competition to be able to do it. Tassie deal is almost dead. Tassie
They will. They will. The problem with Tassie has always been the problem with Tassie is that you've got a population probably the size of the western suburbs of Melbourne. Let's be honest, there's not a lot of people in Tasmania. And it's divided by a land the size of Victoria. So you end up just having each person's interests at either side. I think if you had come out and said, it's not a Tassie team, it's a Hobart team, and we'll keep Hawthorn in Launceston and you can make a Hobart team, okay. But it's really tough to come in and just try and divide an entire populace and say, well, you get half and I get half, but this is part of one spot and, too bad for you. It's pretty rough.
I don't know, man. Like,
I think they have the money. DB's saying here, I don't think they've got the money. I think they've got the money. They just don't. They just don't want to, and I think they're a little bit bitter. They can always use the stadium for other things, and it maybe brings a sports club or a sports team down to Tasmania where they would normally just stay in Victoria. But yeah, it's tough.
because that's the thing, and that's the thing that I think that I identified almost immediately as soon as the Tasmania team was announced, was that it's not the Hobart somethings or the
Yes.
Launceston somethings. It's the Tasmania. So
Because
what that
they've got the
means
Hobart,
is,
the cricket team.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, but by virtue of the fact that they're called the Tassie Devils, it
Yeah.
means that there's no room for any other team down there. It is going to be a one-team state. And as Velo's saying, there is a north and south hatred. So they're going to be. So it's limited the ceiling of what this stadium can achieve. Firstly, because you've only got one team there, so it's not going to be as incredible as people are making it out to be. And I can also understand where the Tassie people are coming from, that why not just simply renovate and upgrade one of the stadiums that are already there? Because the thing is, I don't know. I haven't been to Tassie too often. I've been to Tassie twice, and I've been to Geelong twice in the winter time. Summer tends to be when I go to Geelong, but I don't find the weather too particularly different. I don't think the weather is astronomically different in the winter between Geelong and Tasmania. And Geelong's always been a shit ground until recently, with so much money, with so much investment given to Cardinia Park to make it what it is today. But it's always been, to my recollection, a crappy ground. And so with enough money over time, you can always improve it. And I don't think necessarily that it needs a roof.
What's up,
Because
everybody?
if the weather isn't substantially different to Geelong, and Geelong itself doesn't have a roof, does the Tassie ground necessarily require a roof as well?
Look, I think there should be more roofs than not roofs. The way that stuff's going and whatnot, it just means that not having a roof or not having a retractable roof kind of ruins a little bit the capability and the potential to do other things there. It is probably a big thing, and that would be a draw card. Well, we're spending all this money, but now we've got a super events venue. We can have someone performing. We can have all these other things throughout the year that will allow us to generate some more revenue versus, just having a football/cricket/whatever ground. Well, yeah, people, of course it is. It's a long drive for me to go to Geelong, and it's like an hour.
I don't necessarily think that this stadium needs a roof, though.
Oh, you need it for the versatility, man. You got to make a stadium in today's age. You have to make a stadium that can do like 50 different things instead of one or two. Otherwise, you lose your money.
When was Optus Stadium built?
A while ago.
When was
pre-COVID? Like
Optus
2015
Stadium
maybe?
was built between 2013 and 2018. That's not long ago, and that wasn't built without a roof. So, like,
yeah,
if it's good enough for Optus Stadium to not have a roof, I personally think it's all right for the Tassie Stadium to not necessarily have a roof, because I would imagine that would be a massive extra cost, having a glass roof over it according to their plans. That would certainly jack up the price of it. And it's not like Tasmania's economy is necessarily super crazy.
I would say just due to Tasmania's weather, though, like some of the pitches for doing different things and whatnot, it's different than Perth. Like, how often do you get like negative mornings in Perth? Tasmania in wintertime is almost like every day. It's not fun.
Does it rain a lot? Let's see.
It rains a lot and it's very cold mornings.
Okay. Well, they're not going to play football in the mornings, are they?
No, but I mean, just like the ground gets really wet and kind of compounds itself a little bit.
Let's see. What are the average rain levels between the Australian states in the last 3 years. I wonder if it'll tell me that. Like cold weather, fine. I mean, we don't necessarily have the best weather either here in Melbourne during the winter. So Tassie 1378. Tasmanian's high rainfall is due to exposure to western cold winds, especially winter. South Australia is the driest state. New South Wales, eastern New South Wales is higher rainfall than inland areas. Victoria, second wettest state after Tasmania. Okay, how is it compared to Victoria? Tasmania versus Victoria rainfall. It's more the temp over rain. Winter is normally 5 degrees and lower, and it's freezing. So the roof is meant to be for insulation more than it is for.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm not saying that having a roof isn't ideal. Obviously, having a roof is wonderful, but if the roof is going to be the thing that has it fall over and not let Tassie go through, would you not prefer to have no roof? Would you rather team with no roof or roof and no team? Because guess what? If there's no team, there's no roof either.
Oh, yeah, that's fair too.
So that's the problem. Waverley. Oh, yeah, Waverley. That's right. There was Waverley. There was Windy Hill. How did games play in Windy Hill?
It was
the
too
condition
windy.
of the license has to have a roof. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It has to have a roof.
Let's bust through some of these
Rotate.
comments, Joe.
Right,
we've got a few people asking SuperCoach. We still have to do our tips as well.
Yes.
Uncle Acker says $16 late fees. Mate, we're in trouble.
Right, I hope. Look, I think we make up for it with good times, right?
With personality.
Maybe look at it as quality over quantity. Gee whiz.
Whatever
So
works.
this is going to be for the team lineups. This is going to be the AFL tipping for me.
Mm-hmm. Now,
And
I have already done my tips. So
you've done your tips already? Good man.
I've done my tips.
Brisbane by...
I don't do the predictor. I just say Brisbane. That's it. Done. Locked in.
Brisbane
I don't think
by
you'll lose by
95.
that much. Nah.
Brisbane by 95. Collingwood, Gold Coast, Giants, Crom, D's,
I think I picked Sydney.
Oh, Sydney. Good call.
I think Sydney was the only one that was different.
But Brisbane by the length of the Flemington Strait. And the only reason why it's not going to be 100 is because they're going to pity us. That's the only reason. The only reason. Where our key defender, our number one key defender is Jaden Laverty.
There you go.
Who's 190 centimeters.
Thoughts on like a Lockie Neal or a Dunkley or a Zorko for vice captain?
Lockie Neal for sure. Lockie Neal for sure.
If you don't have Neal,
then Zorko will be fine.
Okay.
He loves to play against the Bombers. Let's pull up DFS.
Oh, Gauntlet as well. A few people saying, and we'll need to have a look at the. We'll do it in a little bit, but we'll check out the.
Still in the running. Let's go.
We shall check out the community team too.
I don't know when I'm going to tip Melbourne.
Guys, we'll get to all the comments. Don't worry about it.
I wonder when Melbourne have another easy game. I'm thinking of looking at Melbourne potentially this week, but have a look. So we're going to look up Lockie Neal. Lockie Neal loves to play against the Bombers. Come on. Gee, he's so slow. Lockie Neal. Now, I'm not going to talk him up. I'm not going to talk up anybody. The last time I talked up someone was the Bont, and he only scored 108. So I can break anybody. So I'm not going to do that. Lockie Neal versus Essendon. He's gone 166, 109, 89, 198, 157, 157, 140. So he's gone. I wonder what happened here. He only had 21 disposals here. Right. What I wonder what does this mean? 50+% CBAs. Okay. I wonder what happened there. But he's
rough day at the office, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he was sick or something. So he's gone 166, 109. Jesus Christ, forgive me. 166 plus 109.
Tom Green or Whitfield also great options as well. Anyone playing West Coast this week, you could even go vice captain. Not vice captain, you go like vice captain Max Gawn into Holmes or something, I think, as well.
So he averages 146 against the Bombers in games where he's had at least 50% CBAs. He averages 146. So that's a pretty good VC there. So I like Lockie Neal. So for the community team, I know we're going Neal into Gawn. Gawn playing against Rowan Marshall, who's not great in the ruck with his hit out department. So that's that. I did want to look at. Bello is looking at trading Reed and one of Moraes or Hustwaite or Stone for Gray and Sheldrick and banking approximately 300k for monster upgrades next week. Bont and possibly Rosie. Is this a good idea?
Look, I thought of doing something like this as well. Grabbing some of these guys who are just over 200k. Sandy Brock could be one as well if you want to do something like that. I don't mind it. It's a good way to downgrade and then accelerate. I just feel like at the moment you're paying up a little bit. You're getting job security, and maybe just having a nice rookie over the period of time is going to be worth it. But I feel really bad in paying up so much for a player now. I have no cash gen. I just want to finish my team. If I had the potential and the guts to go backwards to go forwards, cool. It could work out really well, but it's a rough one for me, I think. I don't mind it. I think Bont, Rosie are fantastic picks. Probably just depends on how many trades you have.
Yeah, I think getting Bont in next week is good. I think Rosie, you can definitely afford to wait because he has a ridiculously high break even. I mean, we were speaking about this on Tuesday, weren't we, Villa? About Butters, that he has a really high break even and of 196. And when he returns, it's going to be against Bedford. So we know that he's going to drop quite a bit for the following week. Yeah, so I'm thinking Butters not next week. I'm thinking Butters the following week will be really juicy. I think he'll be like 5. He'll drop another 50k between now and then. So I don't mind having the money to be able to get Bont next week personally. Evening, Michael. Good to see ya.
What's up, Michael?
Evening, Frankie. Velo. MSD players, I think there's only 3 to 4 of them actually play, but no rush getting any of them in.
Huh. I can't see the comments.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think Zach Johnson potentially could be a great downgrade option for us. He's had some massive raps on him in the he's been playing great for us in the VFL. Zach Johnson as a downgrade. Oh, what happened to Big J there? But Zach Johnson's going to be a lot of raving about him. Super excited. Great IQ. Playing off halfback. So he'll definitely get DPP in a few weeks' time as well when he plays. So Johnson could be a really good downgrade for us. But in terms of the rucks, I'm pretty sure. What was the name that we got? What was his name? Our ruckman. I think our ruckman will play. I forgot his name. Vatican something. I don't know. I forgot his name, but he'll play. 26-year-old ready-made, and Goldie will definitely need a chop out for sure.
Mm. Well, I mean, Vicentini came on the plane with them today, so.
Well, we're playing VFL there
In
tomorrow.
Brisbane.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
So the VFL team's gone up, and if Vigo was going to play AFL, there would have been a big announcement, debut stuff, all that jazz. But none of that's happened. So I think he's going to be playing VFL there. Blackiston, thank you. That's the one. Thanks, guys. Love you. See, that's why I love talking to you guys. Blackiston. Yeah, I think he is one who should be playing soon. He's got good running ability as well. He's not one of those he's very different to Mr. Mustache Man, to what's wrong with me? I'm forgetting names today.
Sam Draper.
Crossley. He's very different to Crossley. So
Yeah.
he's a runner. Lachlan Blackiston, he is a runner. So he'll actually give us
He's a runner, he's a track star.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to give us
There you
more
go.
around the ground. He's going to give us more around the ground. So I think he'll play really soon. I've got Rose. Oh, also the West Coast one will certainly be playing as well, and he plays off halfback, which is why a lot of people are considering trading out Marich, who has a really high break even, and we're going to have another halfback coming in from the mid-season draft. So Marich is one that we have to keep an eye on and might be a trade out.
Yeah, I feel not bad, but I feel a little bit better about not trading him in a few weeks ago.
For sure.
Yeah. I think Young might play as well. The forward from how you doing, Charles? The forward from the Blues.
Bro, why would you come back, Charles? Sun, unlimited buffet, and alcohol. Are you kidding me? Bro, what are you doing?
There you go.
Why are you coming back for some serious SuperCoach? Take me to where you were. I want to go for some unlimited buffet and alcohol. Welcome back, my friend. Where are the two of them? Yeah, I know we were late, man. We were so late. $1 fine per minute for these two late. I know we suck. I'm sorry. Greg Raven. Hey guys, how you both scored? I had a good score, 23.88, thanks to VC Merit. And bring Jackson for this week. Shazel Howley trainer for Holmes, Stewart, and Gray. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Shazel trade out this week.
Yeah. I've done it. If you checked out my team review, I did that this week as well. I just think, potentially he could go back to the role, but I don't think it's going to happen. And there are some juicy options like a Max Holmes, who is going to go up incredibly in price if you do not have him. My only problem with getting Holmes and Stewart, and this is kind of why I haven't, is they also share round 16 bye with Brisbane, who I currently have 2 players of.
Yeah.
And Merritt. So one, and GWS. So I have 3 in the back line out currently, 2 in the midfield out currently, and then 1 in the forward line. So I am not running enough players at the moment for round 16, and that's why I haven't jumped on Stewart. So just something to consider. There may be a few people in a similar type of position. And Essendon has the same buy as well. Surely West Coast doesn't have the same buy. Okay, cool. They don't. So
no, they don't.
Yeah, you're missing out a little bit. It may hurt you in the long run, just loading up on all these players.
Just letting you know, my trades this week. My trades this week is I'm saying stuff round 16. I could not give
you just going for it.
I'm just going for it. I'm like, stuff round 16. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to go balls to the wall and just get the value where it lies. So I'm like, stuff this crap. I'm going to get Holmes. His run's too good. And Stewart. Both of them have got a great run to end the season. If I pull up DFS, we'll go to teams immediately after, I promise. But if we just go to the run home and we look at the strength of schedule, and I just think I can't avoid it. These guys have the best run for designated kickers. They've got the second easiest, if I recall. Average, Geelong. Second easiest run for designated kickers. And in terms of inside mids, which is what Holmes is, easiest run. So I thought, stuff it. I'm going to play the big picture game. I don't care. I don't even care if round 16 I die. I'm just going to play the value and go Holmes and Stewart. So 3 rookies became 2 premiums. And so that's pretty good. 3 rookies become 2 premiums. So leaves me with 1, 2, 3 rookies on the field. And then Goldie, bless you, my friend. You will become someone else soon. So I don't even care.
I won't be able to get 23 primos, I don't think, but at the moment we're okay.
All right. So let's go to the teams because the teams are why did it refresh straight to the bottom of the page? AFL website, you suck. All right. So Johnson on debut, keep an eye out for him. Status, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Elijah Status is back. Let's go.
There you go.
More money. More money.
For all the people that held. He could be the sub. I'd love him to be the sub just to spite us, but no. It sucks. Nice to have him back for the people that have him. Dylan Shield, get in the bin. Can't believe he was named 2 weeks ago, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so look, his first emergency. We might go with Day Wicks potentially as the sub. We like to have a small forward as sub normally, so hopefully Sidus plays the full game. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, it's going to be the Lions by the length of this Flemington straight. It's going to be disgusting how bad we're going to go, but it's going to be probably the highest score per inside 50 percentage of all time. Of all time, it's going to be the... Look at this backline. We're screwed. All right, then. Collingwood v. the Hawks. Mackenzie dropped for Impey. And then, geez, look at this. Oh, my God. Look at these. What are these for ins, bro? What? Steele, Bobby, Lockie, Scott, and Darcy. Oh, my God. Jeez, man. If the Pies drop this... man, they're my tip for sure. With these ins, Markov gone, of course. Parker, Hayes, Maynard injured, that's fine. Yeah. This is going to be a Collingwood win for sure, right. Saturday. Lombard makes his debut. Congratulations. And Ned. Ooh. Are they playing 2 rucks? Because Darcy's in. Alex Pearce is out.
He got suspended. He didn't get suspended, but he's still out. Fucked in. I'm here. Lucas, I'm here.
What the hell? Yeah. Alex Pearce. Oh, sorry. Let me scroll up because I did this before you came back. Look at these ins for Collingwood this week.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And this is the thing that a lot of North Melbourne fans were not very happy with, was the fact that Collingwood had like 9 senior players out, Bobby Hill and a few others that were not named right at the time, and then we still lost. So I think that's why a lot of fans were pretty pissed off.
Yep. So Collingwood wins this one, yeah?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yep.
Of course.
And then,
of course, Charles.
Yes. This is but then I got to this game and I just saw Alex Pearce injured, and I'm just like, God, like your lawyers got you off, but you can't escape from God, mate.
It's pretty funny, hey. It makes me annoyed though because no Hustwaite this week. So
no Hustwaite. Was it not even an emergency, bro? Hustwaite is beyond dead. Yeah, he's been cremated already. He's gone. There's no guy called Hustwaite anymore. What are you talking about? Who is this person?
There's only 70K downgrade option left. That's it. That's
what
all
is
that's
a Hustwaite? No such thing as a Hustwaite. Dudley out.
Yep.
Personal reason.
Yep.
The last time I saw someone out with a personal reason, it was Noah Bolter and his curfew. What are you out for, Isaiah? What's happening, bro?
I think not Jai Simpkin, but there was one of the players last week or the week before. I think just maybe someone's died or something. And they've got
really? Shit. Sorry. I apologize for insinuating. I apologize for insinuating anything, Isaiah Dudley. You're a good person. What happened?
What'd you do there, Jay?
I wanted to highlight that.
Fife is back.
That Fife is back. Yeah.
Fife is back. I don't know, man. This game just got a little bit interesting. It's probably named as the emergency or something. Not emergency. Named as the sub because he can't play a full game. But yeah, standing ovation when he finally goes back on field.
Fife insurance, mate. He is the best.
Nice.
I love him.
Nice for all the people that still have Erasmus who picked him over Simpson 2 weeks ago. Yeah, bit of a hard one there.
Nod, still an emergency.
Yep.
Yeah, Rasmus has been doing very well. But yeah, for all
Good
of you
cash cow.
Luke Jackson owners, you're sweating a little bit because Sean Darcy's back in.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm tipping the Suns in this one.
Yeah, that's who I've tipped as well. I kind of learnt a little bit from, who was it? Suns, but it wasn't Suns versus North. It was Suns versus someone a couple of weeks ago, maybe Melbourne or something, and they just demolished them up north, and it was just like, nah, not going to happen. So yeah, Suns at home, slowly, AFL's baby, as Ross Lyon says, and maybe it's the win.
Nepo baby. Oh my God. What? We spoke about this on the Tuesday night live stream with the members. And I said that the reason why Ross Lyon said that was to deflect from the poor on-field performances. Do you guys agree with this?
Oh, I think 100%. I mean, like, he probably would have said something anyway, but I think he's one of those people that, like, if he has the chance to do that kind of stuff, he'll go and do that.
Okay. Giants and Richmond. Oh my God, Prestia and thank God we did not play this team last week. That would have been really bad. Prestia, Nank, Sonzi, Lynch, all in. Good ins. Lawler out with a hammy, we know. Rioli dropped. Ryan dropped, obviously, for Nank. And Dow injured, but he gets his spot replaced by Prestia, so that's not a problem.
Campbell Gray, I don't think he took kick-ins. Let me just quickly check. I don't think
he's on field, baby. He's on field.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he took kick-ins, but he's named on field, and no Noah Bolter again. So, yeah, finally, maybe we get a rookie making more than 50K, Joe. Cross my fingers, but yeah, we'll see.
Unlikely. And Jelly is back. And Jelly is back. Bro, this guy is a jet. I love this guy. I know he's burnt a lot of people in SuperCoach, but as a player, Josh Kelly is criminally underrated.
Yeah, he's a good player. He should have come to North Melbourne, but, we don't go there.
I'm tipping the Giants.
I have tipped. Oh, you have to. Come on, it's Richmond. You made me think about it. I'm like, who am I doing? Oh, okay. Sucks because Mr. Ben Patton is not named. Bice is named on the bench. Callum Mills suspension, maybe that's the saving grace for a few people in their teams. I don't think it matters too much, but yeah, it's not great.
I was going to tip the Crows to begin with, but then they've dropped Rory Laird as well. Double the reason to tip Adelaide now. Holy crap. Problem for me. Get in my team.
There you go.
Mills lucky to only get 1 week. So that means that he's on the bubble after the bye.
Yep. He might be. I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion that Callum Mills is going to be a lot of people's either 23rd or 22nd primo. Maybe someone like a Xavier Lindsay up to a Mills, or in the 23 flex position for a little while. So see what happens.
Yep. Sunday.
Sheldrick's a good shout though. Sheldrick's a good shout because there's no Mills. So I know Velo was asking about it before.
So extended lineups. I think Viney is confirmed in this week. Yeah, he's on the field.
Half back Xavier Lindsay. Let's go.
You love to see it.
Yep.
But Darcy Wilson dropped. That's surprising.
Yeah, couple of cheeky ins. I know a few people were talking about St Kilda basically tanking for the rest of the season. Maybe they go and play, and maybe they go and figure out and play the kids and whatnot. Seems like it's slowly happening a little bit for us. But always nice to have a couple of rookies.
None of these guys are defenders, right? That can take Liam O'Connell's spot. Liam O'Connell maybe survives?
I think so. Good for the
I'm
people that have got
still
Hastings
tipping
in.
Melbourne with this one.
Yeah, I've tipped Melbourne as well. I think Melbourne's going to do well. They're just a beast.
What's Max Gawn? So this is in Alice Springs. What's Gawn's history like at Alice Springs? Gawn. How has he gone? How is Max Gawn gone? North. Come on. So slow. All right. This is TIO. Here we are. Traeger Park. He's gone 95, 111, 50. Wait, against the Saints, he went 135.
Yep.
Against Freo, he probably was against maybe Darcy or Jackson. Briggs was better than he is now. Or Mumford was also really hard to ruck against. Port Adelaide. Who would have been at Port? He only had 18 hitouts. Must have been sharing it with Jackson. Yeah, there you go. He was up against both. Whereas Port Adelaide, this was back when when Jackson was in the team, so that obviously ate into his scoring. Last time he played there against the Saints, he scored a 135, which is a decent captaincy option for me.
The Port game could have been Grundy. Could have been Grundy in the team during the Port game.
Correct. Yeah.
Maybe not Jackson, but had Grundy.
Maybe, yeah, potentially. So he was definitely sharing ruck at this stage. So I'm not too concerned then about that.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He's just on pure form. Like, he's just really good.
Williams managed. Waterman season done. Job Shanahan, yeah, he should play. Job he's a good player. He was in our VFL side and was looking really good. So I was hoping that we might pick him up, but the Eagles took him. So congratulations to him. I think I read somewhere what the idea was going to be for what's going to happen. I forgot. I saw a message somewhere where there was a breakdown of what Minnie McWalter said. Let me just have a look for it. 2 seconds. All right, here we are. This is courtesy of CWT.
There you go.
Who is absolutely flying at the moment. Minnie just did a press conference with a few marriage-relevant talking points.
SuperCoach, bro.
He is killing it. Waterman's replacement will be between Archer Reed, Jack Williams, and Job Shanahan. Meaning there won't be a need for Marriage to be forward like he was in quarter 4 last week. Tom McCarthy, number 1 pick from last night, won't play AFL straight away. By the sounds of it, he will get some waffle time first, as they haven't seen him play in person yet. They haven't seen him play in person yet. Only on tape.
Give him 1 week. 1 week. 1 week. There you go.
They took him with the number 1 pick, and they've never seen him play. Finally, Bo Allen and Noah Long were talked about as options for playing on the wing. So I think it's really sad that they don't want their Marriage playing on the wing. All right. Well, there we go. So potentially either a Bo Allen or a Noah Long might be in. Bo Allen might be in this week. And Archer Reed maybe plays and Job Shanahan maybe plays. Probably Allen. Maybe. Yeah. Cats by. Do I want to tip? I'll tip Jeremy Cameron. Jeremy Cameron to outscore West Coast. Yeah. I reckon Jessica Cameron outscores West Coast this week.
That's what Velo's saying here. That's why I'm keeping Marek for now. I think Marek alongside Caleb Daniel and a couple of others are very, very decent enough keeps. Don't need to be worried too much about them.
Yep. So that's good.
Yeah.
Now go pick my
feels bad. There's not many games this weekend, Joe. I think there's only one game in Melbourne as well. They're talking about it on the radio today, being like, "Oh, come down to the MCG game because there's nobody else playing."
Tipping Brisbane is easy. Brisbane will win other games. I'm just not sure when Melbourne will win. I feel like this is the way I've been playing Gauntlet.
Yep.
Is I've been picking teams that I think are bound to win a certain game and maybe not win others. Like Essendon, I couldn't see us winning many games moving forward, so I tipped
Pick
us.
Brisbane. I think this week's really tough. I think this week's really, really tough to pick who's going to be good and who's not. So either the Giants against Tigers, as Tantrum saying, or maybe like a Brisbane as well.
Yeah, I
think there will be a lot of Giants
one might be
Tigers.
good.
Yeah.
Who else do the Giants play? What's the Giants run home? The Giants still have
Ross.
Oh, they can beat Port.
Never is dead. Never is gone. Sorry, mate. Never is done.
They can beat the Eagles. They'll beat the Bombers. There's a few games. They'll beat North. And they'll beat the Saints. There's a few games there. There's a few games there that the Giants will win. I'm just not sure. I just don't know how to read Melbourne. Because they had a period where they were shit. And now all of a sudden they seem to be all right. Is this short term? Like they'll play Collingwood next week. Then they go over to Adelaide, and Port Adelaide at home are better. They played Gold Coast away, Adelaide away. Oh, they'll maybe beat North. But then again, North did trash them earlier in the year. They should be able to beat West Coast. Stuff up. I don't want to think about it too much. Let's
just
trust
pick
Melbourne.
Someone. All right. No. Why? Okay.
Because Brisbane will win so many other games. In a round where I'm stuck, Brisbane, I'm sure, will win most games that they play. Whereas, and that's the strategy I'm taking. I'm just picking out. It's a riskier strategy. I'm not taking out all the sure things straight away. I'm saving the sure things for later, which is a bit of a risk, but it's worked so far for me. So I don't know. Yeah, it'll be some time before I can feel confident picking Melbourne again. Gee, this West Coast team is going to be the last team I pick, maybe. All right.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Back to the questions.
Yep. Let's pump them out. We've got probably 40 minutes to 50 minutes. Let's go. G-Bags. Hey, fellas. Looking at downgrading Marek this week. Maybe not the best thing to do. McAuliffe is going to make some money. Banks, Caldwell, and Closey will be okay. Look, I probably wouldn't touch Marek. I think he'll be all right. Caleb Daniel dropped a 50 and we didn't trade him, and then we got 297s. So potentially that happens similar. I think Waterman got injured and then Marek got shoved forward. That's my assessment anyway. So I think we'll be okay there. You can trade someone else. There's a few questions as well in the chat talking about who's the best trade target and things like that. It's a rough one because no one has had their buy yet. So probably have a look at mostly super low break-evens is definitely something to look at. And then also, hey, I don't have many round 13 players. I can go for a Naz. Or I like this guy's fixture. Chuck him in there. It makes it a little bit easier to kind of figure out as well. But they have announced quite a few trade-ins and whatnot. So, yeah, all good. I told you. I told you. I told you he's the sub. I said, I'm like, they're going to make Sadi Boy the sub. He's only good for 50 minutes, so let's give him 50 minutes. Joe. Where's the next one? Where's the next comment? Let's go. Let's power through these, yeah? I can't even see where we're up to. My comments only show like 6:05. I don't know why, but that's weird.
That would make
Nakos or Warner. Yeah, look, I think he might cop a tag this week, but it's always good time to get him. He's very close to his break even as well. And I think with a few of the other Collingwood players back playing at home this weekend, we could get like a 120 out of him easily, which will kind of reset himself. So, yeah, I think he's a good selection. Brad Scott is a hole. There you go. I told you, Velo. I said it. He's got the sub. Oh, well, that's okay.
I blame you. Why did you say it? Why did you say it?
Like I've got the power to influence
You
the AFL.
spoke it into existence, mate. You don't do that. You just don't do that, man. Don't speak things into existence like that.
Sure.
VC gone, C Baz, or VC Neil, C gone. Option 2.
Look, I like the Neil. I think there's always been push, and we've seen the response from Thursday night VC options. I don't think Merritt is a good one, but I think either a Neil or a Dunkley definitely is. Or a Zorko, if you've got Zorko instead. I think it's great.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, fellas.
Who's Zorko or Neil?
Probably Neil. Let's say Neil.
Inside
Zorko will take majority of the kick-ins, I think. But Neil is very, very good at football.
They're both green matchups. Want to see if there's an advantage for sure. Nicholas might drop in price this week if tagged. Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, Nick Dacos has DPP as well, right? So, oh no, he doesn't. He's mid only. Oh, fair enough.
Excuse me.
Quiet down.
Nick Dacos has DPP. What?
I got a Dacos in the back line. I got confused. All right. So, that's the way things work. Yeah, you can go Warner if you want. It's okay.
TTSC.
How you going, mate? Thoughts on Reed, Bice, McRae to Stewart, Nazaya, and Rao. Very nice. Very, very nice. Get rid of 2 keepers and 1 non in Bice, and then get Stewart, Nazaya, and Rao. I love it. Really good trades. You must have had some money left over. Really, really good.
Back in the Zorko VC, says Kai. I don't think Essen without tools will be able to control the game. Oh, even if we had tools, we wouldn't be able to control the game.
No.
But yeah, fair shout. Fair shout.
Yeah.
Bro, why is it only me? We were both late together. Come on. Tell me who your favorite is without telling me who your favorite is. I couldn't fit the warm weather in the suitcase. I still love this one. You two are princesses. That was nice. Is it worth going? Daniel's Pigeons. The Pigeon Master says, is it worth going Simpson to Archday Wicks as a third trade if he avoids the vest? He avoids the vest.
Look, I don't mind it, but my understanding is he really doesn't have much in terms of job security. And that's really the only scary thing for me. He'll be okay. He'll play maybe, but I just don't think he's got the job security compared to a few other people. Especially when Essendon have Archday Wicks plays forward, right, Joe?
Yeah.
So
he's a small
when Archie May comes in next week and a few of these other players come in next week, Archday Wicks could definitely be out the door. He was last week. He was named again. Huh?
They play different roles. One's a small forward, one's a key forward.
I guess so, but yeah, you can. You can. Simpson needs to go at some point. If you've got the spare trades to do it, then do it.
Agreed. That could be our lawyer. You are very loyal, and I love you, Charles. You're the best. How are we? Baked. Dermy has been talking up a bit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Really happy about that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There you go, Cheese.
Day Wicks getting named is a pleasant surprise.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But we need to keep... Clearly, with this draft, we have shown that that this year, it's all about tanking, development, and giving games to the kids. Clearly.
And
we're not looking to win games.
Out some bad players too.
And exactly. And it seems to me, with the way we drafted all of these smalls, you know, we're going to get obviously the 2 NGAs next year. We've also added Smart. Day Wicks just got drafted. It seems to me that Rosa is looking at the list and saying, Dodoro, you suck at picking small players. And so he's basically culling all of the small players and reshaping the list to his liking, which I'm all for. I'm all for, because I don't like the Dora as much as the next Essendon supporter. Joe got an email from Essendon asking when he's available for selection. That's the reason why I'm late. I was typing out an apology email to the Bombers saying, I'm sorry, I have a stream tonight. After Alex Pearce gets off this week, he's out injured. Lol. Jonas, 100% confirmed. Darcy is in. Luke Jackson is no good. Joe, I love the tips video this week of Fancast with Steve and his pickle juice. That was good, wasn't it? That was great. If you guys haven't seen that Fancast episode this week, that was hilarious. We took a shot of pickle juice and it was bad. Very bad. And Steve-O is hilarious. SDS Supercoach is a funny one. Shrek back this week, agreed. Can't see Liam McMahon doing much for you though. Really? You can't see him doing much for us? That's not nice. Sorry, Joe, go the Lions. Fair enough, you're a Lions supporter. We're in a mid-season trade period. Sam Frost to the Bombers.
Hey, why not, man? They're I thought it was really interesting that they're going to start allowing people to trade and maneuver around in the mid-season draft. So why not start getting into these mid-season selections and stuff?
Yeah, I agree. I was really shocked. Same thing with Turner.
I think I mean, I'm quoting Big Footy here, but someone was saying one of the recruiters had spoken to them and said maybe he doesn't have the best personality. So, yeah.
His tits are small. Fair enough. Apparently you don't need key defenders. Zach Johnson seems solid. Yeah, he is. He's good. But he's a halfback type of player. He's not a key defender.
He could be my trade in next week. We'll see.
Yeah, same. Love him. I can't wait to get him in. McCarthy play this week, we think?
No.
Yeah, I saw that already. Saw that. Saw this one too. Saw that one. I might trade out Tigers cheapy back for Archer. Archer? No, too early. Not for Archer. He's a key forward anyway.
Yeah, grab Campbell Gray if you don't have him already. I think he's going to be fine. Playing in a really nice halfback role in a team where the ball is going to be in the halfback a lot. So I like him.
Jimmy Bartell is also a great shout for that role. I agree, Initiator. Well done. Michael, AFL News, I thought it was the other big news. Goldie's retirement home refused his night pass for 2 weeks.
There you go.
Huge news. Huge news, man. Huge news.
He's in. He's playing ruck by himself. That's it.
Agreed. Funny how Gill and Steve Hocking's role will be undertaken by 4 people moving forward. Sometimes you can't put a value on competency, Ralphie.
Yeah. And diversification could work out in our favor a little bit, maybe.
All right. All these comments were in relation to the Tassie Stadium, so we can skip past that. We read all those already. The gauntlet tip as well. Yes, exactly. I won't forget. $1 billion is the bid, but wow, it's going to cost at least $2 billion. Oh boy, that's very bad.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Just don't get Dan Andrews to do it because it might take you 12 years, and you'll end up with really bad traffic.
Bro, it's been broke from the start. You know me. The budget's going to blow out those contractors. Take them. Yeah. Oh, for sure. 95. Joe, what are you drinking, smoking, bro? We've got no backline. What are we going to do? We've got no backline. Every time the ball goes in there's going to be a score. Sydney going to get smashed? Unfortunately, yes.
Maybe.
Ash VC. Ooh, nice call. Ash, he says. Against the Richmond Tigers. Nice. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Best matchup. I like it. Poddy. Brisbane going to kick it around the back the last quarter, I reckon. Zorko 15 plus mask. Should I change it then? Nah. If Zorko pops off, good for you. If I change and Neil pops off, I'll kill myself. So I'll just leave it as Lockie Neil.
Can't say that.
No, figuratively. I'd feel super depressed. I'd be so bad. I'm not literally saying. You know what I mean?
I had Dunkley. So I'm going to go Max Gawn, probably captain.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any West Coast that are out, so I can't do anything with that. I'm going to go Max Gorn captain this week. I, Joe, will go Zorko VC just for you. And
Bro,
then
you're
you
going to
can go
destroy
Neil.
me again this week now
And
because
then,
of this.
and then you can go Neil, and we'll see who wins.
You're going to win. It's been that sort of year.
Nah.
It's been that sort of year. Paul, Reed, Flynn.
What's up,
out.
Squeak?
In. Ash, Warner, Gray. Leaves.
Nice.
267K in the bank for next
I
week.
love
Is it 267,000 or $267?
I don't think it goes down that low, to be honest. Yeah, I really like it. You basically getting a free primo next week, so really, really good.
Very nice. I don't have Neil, so going Dorco. Very cool.
There you go,
I've
Velo.
got Giants and Gauntlet this week. Nice, Tatum. Last time I heard you talk up Lockie Neal, he scored 81. Maybe I should trade him. Oh, Jesus. Brisbane or Giants easiest for gone. I know, but I don't like going for the easy ones. That's what's held me in good stead. Nas or Took this week? Ooh.
Both. I just don't like
Took
Took.
Miller.
Yeah, I'm not a Took Miller fan. I think there's very rarely times when him, Rowell, Anderson, and then whoever else also go big. And Took Miller is always the one that gets the shit jobs. So I am not a Took Miller fan. You can pick him if you want, but it's a no from me.
For me, though, yes. No. See, you can't say he goes shit, okay? Because one thing Took Miller does not do is he does not shit. I've confirmed. He has no butthole. He does not do shit, all right? He has a floor, a very high floor,
Okay.
but also a very low ceiling. It hasn't really popped off too much. He hasn't gone. If you look at the SuperCoach, here he is. Look at the SuperCoach this year: 120, 127, 108, 106, 109, 101, 116, 102, 99, 114. So he's not giving you world-beating scores, but he isn't giving you occasional 60s or 70s, is he? He is quite consistent, regardless of the games where Rowell pops off or where Rowell does shit or when Anderson goes good or when Anderson does shit. Took Miller is just the ultimate professional who just hovers around this sort of mark and is giving you respectable scores every single week. I don't mind Took Miller. As a pod, I don't mind him at all. And I think his buy round is also quite favorable. Don't think there are too many players in his buy round. If I look up the buys again, pull up the image of the boys, of the good boys. Just zoom in. Round 14, not too many premiums in round 14. Obviously, a lot of people might have Dacos.
And then a Warner. So like the first
and maybe a
teams.
Warner, but that's about it.
The first 3 teams. Yeah.
That's about it.
So
exactly. You might have Anderson potentially. You might have Dacos and you might have Warner. Maybe a Heaney too. And then
guys, we'll end up getting to all your comments before the end, so don't need to worry about it.
So I like Took Miller personally. Melbourne.
Mark, thank you very much, Mark. Hey guys, Zach, VC Holmes. VC Holmes.
The captain. Bombers by a point,
mate. Mark, if Zachy Merritt goes big against this good Brisbane team, power to him is all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it's tough. We'll see.
Right. If the Bombers somehow win tonight, it will be a bigger upset than when Richmond beat Carlton in round 1. We have no backline against the Lions at the Gabba. So if we win, that would be ridiculous. But we're tanking this year, so we're not even trying to win. But we'll see. I love it. Hold the faith. I love it. You can have my faith as well. Have all of our faith. Melbourne has Northern round 18. It'll be a revenge game. It'll be a revenge game for him. Joe is the new Tim Mitchell, maybe. Tom Green or Whitfield also great options. Agreed. Please don't VC Neil. Too late. I think Zach Johnson could be the new Levi Ashcroft. I love it, and he could very well be. Big Max for C. Yes, please. Do we think any mid-season draft will play this week? No.
No.
Right now, Sheasel, Marich, or McCrame. McCrame.
Look, you could probably get away with Sheasel and McRae. I don't think Marek is the right choice at the moment. Just wait and see a little bit. Sheasel definitely has lost the role and is starting to lose money really hard, and that's not a good position to be in. And I don't think McRae has done much in the last few weeks. Now, he could have the time off and then come back and be a gun, but that's a big could. So, yeah.
Could. Only concern for Gorn is it's in Darwin, right?
Yep.
That's also a concern for Marshall. And Marshall,
everybody.
Marshall can't win a hit out to save his life. Good players can play anywhere. Agreed.
Yeah.
But he is the GOAT. Roderick is going to be a sub again or dropped. It was still cheap. Be worth it.
I don't think he'll be dropped. They love him in that midfield, and there's no Mills to push him out. Someone else will be sub. I think he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. I've looked. I'm going to get Butters after Giants game. Yeah, same. Butters is the easiest pick of the year.
There you go.
Or when? All those that picked up Marshall, how long do we hold him for? Cheers. Something to Roma.
I mean, I assume that you were holding him for the entire year. So, yeah, I assume that you were holding him for the entire year.
Why are you considering trading him out?
Yeah, it's just because he scored a 50 last week. People jump off the boat pretty quick.
Why are you trading him out for? He scored a 179 the week before that.
Sheldrick won't be sub. Will be Mitchell or Bice. Oh, Bice sub would really mess people around.
Maybe. Oh, if you have Ned Long, you're laughing. I wish I had him.
I wanted to bring him in this week. I went Naz instead, but I really wanted to bring him in. I still can, I suppose, but boy, oh boy, he's a good player. I think he just gets hurt a little bit. Maybe not as much, but less ball to share around with like the entire team back from injury.
Look, the jury's still out about their capability, Captain Flash, but at the moment, Daniel has the halfback role, so we just keep backing it in. And Marriage seems to have that halfback role again, at least for this week. And for a lot of us who traded him in at 280K, even if he loses some money this week, overall, it's still been a successful selection. So I wouldn't be. So just back him in for one more week, I reckon. Trade in Caldwell. Caldwell is a great trade in if you have titanium balls and you don't care if he gets injured or not, because he is a very injury prone player. But otherwise, I think the role is there. He's a CBA man and he is part of our best mix and he'll always play in the center bounces. And he's a very good player, very good player. So I like, and for his price, very cheap. If he's going to help you get to someone who's a top 8 mid, then that's fine. He's only like 420. Yeah, it's only like 429. Yeah, there you go. So he's really cheap. So yeah, I don't mind the Caldwell trade personally.
I would take Ned Long instead. I'm happy with Ned Long. If you had to pick between the two, there's a few people jumping on Caldwell, but
I'm torn between Ash or Holmes. Holmes is cheap. I don't think has a better run. I agree. I like Holmes. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting Holmes this week.
Yeah, I've got Holmes. Can't do much against West Coast, man.
Like some of his man bun looks solid, but does he have? He does have Brad Scott as a coach. Marriage has to go. Yeah, I know. You made that abundantly clear on Tuesday.
We'll see.
Hey, SuperCoach Lock, how you doing, man? If you guys haven't subscribed.
Sorry, then I keep going.
If you haven't subscribed to Lockstar, do it. He's a very good man. He's very smart, and I love his videos every week.
I was just asking about community team. Did we figure out the trades, what we're doing and stuff?
Community. Yeah, they're done. They were done.
Let's pump through a few more of these. There we go. Let's face it. We just want the alcohol, forget the season. There you go. AFLW starting up soon. I know Kai is definitely back in there as well. Sean Darcy back for Freo. Mate, Nat Fife back for Freo. Minnie said the number one play in the waffle this week. There you go. Willing to wait a week on Marek, potentially. I think upgrade the team and then sideways the primos unless it's Harry Sheasel. Rumours of Stuart being, mate, it was rumours last week as well. Same here. There you go. Teams not sold on Holmes. He's hit 105 times this year. Mate, he looks good, though. He looks good. I'm happy to take exciting players at this point. C-Mac omitted. There you go. Got him in for 280. Another one that seems a good is Michael Selwood for the Dogs. Yeah, I think it was talking to or listening to Dylan Alexander on Wednesday, basically saying, hey, once he's done a bit of a run, might kick a Bramble or an Oscar Baker out of the side, just a better player. Dacos getting tagged, potentially, but they do have a lot of people back. How you doing, Bake? How you going? Fife is back, 100%. Pierce beat suspension. There you go. 1 second.
These were the trades. These were the community tweaks, the community team trades this week.
Oh, nice. Bit of money for next
All in
week.
Reed to Gray and Dawson.
Patton, there you go. Which club Sean Darcy gets traded to? Potentially a Geelong. I would love him at Port Adelaide, though. I think he would do really well. But kind of sucks for Swede at that point. I think there might be even a Geelong. Would be cool. Not emergency. There you go. Collingwood's taking no prisoners. 100%. Big J is here. That's okay. Holmes it is. Big J Cena. You can't see him. There you go. Do we think the side bum and Pendles look? Someone has to play middle, but they really love Ned Long. And I think the big thing with Ned Long is he gets so many points from tackles anyway. I mean, we've seen games where he gets 10 plus tackles and 15 touches and he ends up on 100. So he might get 40 plus points from tackles and then just not see the ball as much. We'll see. I'm trying to work out. Oh, yeah, no Ben Patton for me. Mate, one more week. That's okay. We'll see where we go. No Hustwaite. Yep, it sucks, but similar to Patton, hopefully he ends up coming back at some point. Let's smash through a few of these. We're only about half an hour behind. Fife is Fife back. Do I need to change my tip? Probably not. McKay is saying here, Isaiah out for 2 strikes, maybe, Joe. Bit of the nose candy potentially. Dudley
but
out.
Some people have said that maybe he's out for a family passing, though, so who knows?
Yeah. See what happens. Been a great rookie. There you go. Ross in his Berkeys. Trainer named back, but will go for me. I think that's a big way to go for a lot of people. This is the week. I did it last week, but this is the week where Trainer and Reed, the best rookies in the game so far, maybe, but are both going for a lot of teams. Let's try and figure out some more questions. Guys, we'll jump down a little bit. Thoughts on Sarong? I really like him. I think a few teams at the moment have started to not tag Brayshaw, like not let Brayshaw go as much, and it's definitely benefited Sarong. I think his handball to kick ratio is a little bit too one-sided for myself. But yeah, I think he's an okay player. He's cheap, and yeah, if you've got him, then fantastic.
The thing with Sarong is I feel like he's not. It feels like he's a 105 guy. It just doesn't feel like he has that high ceiling anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem to be. When he gets tagged, he'll score poor, and then other games he'll just maybe score a 110, which is not the best. I mean, looking at Freo's run home, it's pretty mid. He might have North and S in the next couple of weeks, but yeah, there are worse options than him. Should I trade in Heaney or Merritt? Heaney's got the best run. I mean, Merritt's got a good run. Heaney's run is substantially harder. It also depends on your buy structure. The Scots hate SuperCoach, agreed. How much money will Stewart make this week? Thinking of trading him in next week.
He might not make any. I think his break even is fairly decent.
Tom Stewart.
87 break even. So
87.
maybe 10K, maybe if you're lucky.
If he scores, say he goes 95, he'll make 3K. If he scores 100, we'll only go up 5K. So yeah, no rush to get him in this week. Bring in Gray or Simpson or Connor Stone. Bring in Gray for Simpson is out 8 to 10. So yeah, Simpson is dead.
I would probably say just do Connor Stone because it gives you some more money to be able to do some stuff. That 50K could be very, very good.
It could be. Now I have 17 now with side sub. Wow. You are very heavily loaded in this one.
Yep. A lot of people got Port Adelaide players, man. 2 or 3 of them, and then that's it.
Parker, Raiden, Hollins, Rouse. Yeah, good. Good.
Nice
Not
work,
bad.
Michael.
You got Callum Mills, Oscar? Wow.
You have to hold on to him. He'll be back next week. It's just you shouldn't have gone early, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have to hold on to him. And in all honesty, Stardust will get in early because, yeah, exactly. We're just so cursed. Stardust is bound to get in. Oscar Smart comes in. He will, but he's playing VFL this week. Big J has moved Mick Max to the floor. Last time that happened, Gorn had a bad game. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Put him higher. The highest you can possibly put him. Hey, Hippo! How is Japan going, my man? Hope you're enjoying.
Max is up there. What's up, Hippo?
Is Big J still frizzing the ladies?
Mate, I'm married. I don't need to riz no ladies anymore.
Oh, he's got that married riz. He's got that.
I got married riz, bro. I'm done.
It's the unobtainable factor that makes you more alluring.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar Smart, I'm surprised he's playing tonight. He's playing in the VFL this week. And I personally think that us drafting Oscar Smart is all one big play at getting Harley Reid to join the Bombers. Because they're all mates. Oscar Smart, Harley Reid, dating Dersman's sister. It's all a ploy just to help sweeten the deal of getting Harley Reid over to Essendon. Essendon had named their side before. Exactly. Is Training Sheasel okay? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's lost that role.
Don't
hold on. Flying out to the west. Oh.
He's gonna. Yeah, I mean he trained today, so 100% he'll be playing. Full training today, no problems. There was footage and everything, so yeah, you're fine.
Why do Essendon and Gold Coast have 3 buys compared to everyone else's 2, or am I dumb?
Because their round 0 game got stuffed, so now they're playing after round 24.
Yeah, I heard Joe will be the lawyer at Essendon's. Oh, I hope so. Give me a call, anyone at Essendon, please. I'll gladly change roles, change fields. Himes okay to keep in the midfield? Yes. Himes or Martin? I prefer Himes.
It's hard to pass up any team versus Geelong. Versus West Coast. It is hard to pass up any team versus West Coast. And he's like 20K cheap. Sorry, about 40K cheaper. So, yeah. I think Nick Martin's a decent player and the role's definitely there. He might be the one that goes big for you guys today, Joe, but he's a bit rough.
Chockini and Dorko both going big. Yeah, probably. Levi Terrell. Oh, too early to get rid of Levi, I think.
Yeah. No, Levi will be fine. I'm keeping him. I have Sardis still. Sorry, I have Lindsay still. So Lindsay, just in terms of necessity, may end up being my last upgrade just due to price. But Levi's got the potential to pump out hundreds. I mean, he could do the same thing today. He could go 100 again. It's very, very doable for him. So I would not.
Took one score under 100 is great, but he's just too high a price. You're paying for the consistency. And that goodbye. So I think it's worth it. Yes, Zach Johnston is one we can bring in soon. Agreed. McAuliffe or Sheldrick for a little cash.
And don't forget, we'll get Clark next week too. So Angus Clark, defender in our SuperCoach teams, we'll be able to get him next week. So keep an eye out. You could get 2 Essendon players back to back.
McAuliffe or Sheldrick?
I do like McAuliffe. I would go Sheldrick though.
Same. Took similar to Clark. Fair enough. Woody! Yep. How are you, Woody?
What's up, Wooden?
Doing Reed, Trainer, and Boyd for Clark, Rowell, and Pedler. Pedler? I'm a Pedler, not a Medler.
Yeah, I don't mind Pedler. I think he's only played 1 game this year though, right?
Yeah.
So maybe pick up someone else. A little bit sketchy with Adelaide's forward line too. He has a bad game. He's probably out of the team versus some other players. So yeah, it's a bit rough. I mean, he scored a 79 against West Coast.
Yeah. You're not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Pedler personally. Nice for UVC. I hope so. No, it's not a big freeze beanie. I will be buying one tomorrow. This is a Bombers beanie, obviously. But I will be buying a big freeze beanie tomorrow. Of course, we need the big freeze beanie before big freeze round. Potential for Horn Francis to post buy, if not a week later.
And he will most likely be my. I'll most likely be going Flynn to Horn Francis in like 2 weeks once he's tapered out in cash.
I already gave it to Big J, so I can't wear it in a shadow. And I'm never wearing that shit again.
Rough.
Do I downgrade Max Hall to McAuliffe, Campbell grade or Angus Clark to save his money since his break even is 100? Campbell grade on the bubble.
Yeah, I would go Gray. That's what I was going to say, just due to bubble. He's the one that's guaranteed to make money this week. Clark probably will, but this season, if anything, has told us don't bring in players early.
See, Charles. Marshall versus Sherry debate didn't list in my Monday reviews.
Yeah.
But Sherry kills him. I'm bringing Long in this week, and wait for it. I'm banking a whopping 736,000.
There you go, man.
B and Richmond's fund keep growing.
There you go. There you go. The money's rolling in.
That's amazing. Holmes will cop tags in 14, 18, 19, 20, 22, and 23. Really?
We'll see. We'll see. Don't burst my bubble. If I don't get Holmes, I can get someone else. Ned Long doesn't play yet. So maybe I go Holmes and get rid of Ned Long.
I don't know if we will tag him. I don't know. We're not one to tag every week. And if we do, it tends to be Setterfield, but he doesn't have the wheels to run with him. So probably not. 18, yes, maybe. Bedford. 19, I don't think so. 20, is North going to tag him? I don't think so.
No.
22, we might, if we didn't tag the first time, I might tag the second time. And Sydney, yes, he might cop James Jordan. So he might cop 1, 2. I think realistically only cops 2 tags from here on out. Zeret or Heaney, I like Zeret. He's more likely to be top 8. Shrek is back. Coleman not named again is good for all of us. And a team full of roller coasters. Should I grab Tuke over Anderson? Or is Anderson just the right call? If the team's
like
full of roller coasters,
yeah,
go for it.
I like Anderson.
In a team full of roller coasters, you need to have one person who is sensible, and I think that's Tuke Miller.
Okay, half and half.
What's up for us? 1 week though.
If you're going to end up picking both, I would go Rao this week. He does have the lower break even, I'm very sure, and he's priced quite cheaper as well. 1 second. He's just cheap. Yeah, 45 break even. He'll be over 500K next week. I would pick him up. I think he's going to monster. No one at Freo can stop him. I'm sorry. No one can stop him.
Gold Coast does not have a great run. Blue Mac, would you handsome lads?
What's up, Black?
SDK? He called me handsome. Oh, Blake.
I would go Naz or Holmes. I am not an advocate of bringing in Jordan Clark. He is too inconsistent and seems to have been saying it all year and could have got someone else instead of him. I think I could have got Sinclair at one point instead of Clark, and I would have been up by like 200 points. But I think, yeah, Clark's too inconsistent and seems to make up all his points in the last quarter, barring like one game. So either Holmes or Naz. You can't go wrong with either. I do like Naz though. With the strength of St Kilda team, I mean the guy took almost every kick out. So yeah.
Oh, teasing. How are you?
Up.
They have a shocking record against Hawthorn. That's all right. You'll break it this week. Read to Essendon, so he never plays finals. Look, Michael, us making finals isn't the impossible part. It's winning finals is the impossible part. We've made finals a few times this century, but unfortunately, winning them has been the biggest problem for us. But Harvey's girlfriend plays for us, Joe, so he's the only guy wanting to join Carlton. The crazy thing is also
Melbourne is Melbourne, though. Let's be honest. Melbourne.
Yeah. Puma is sponsoring our jerseys, and he's also sponsored apparently by Puma as well. So there is another connection there between us and him. And he played for our VFL side. Martin versus top 8 teams average is low.
Yeah.
Against the top 78 versus top 8 and 124 versus bottom 10.
Yeah. I think that's just an Essendon thing.
Correct. Ash, Holmes, or Nass in this week?
I like Naz.
I
like Naz because of the buy round. I think there's a lot of other guys, so I quite like the players.
Leave me alone, Michael. You're not being nice to me. Let me have my fantasies, and you can have your own. How about that? Huh? Never say never, Joe. You might screw up again. Don't say that.
Hey, you'll have enough early round picks.
Season has told us not to bring in players early, and not to bring players on the bubble because you always get injured or dropped.
It's all right. If they make 20K, they make 20K, so it's okay.
Thank you, Velo. Much love. Thank you again. Yes, if you hit the like button, it does help us out. It means that we can get this. It means that the YouTube algorithm will be like, this has lots of views and lots of likes. Therefore, it must be good content, must be entertaining. Let's put it out for more people to watch. And then we can have even more people bouncing off in the chat because you guys make this. It's you as a community. It's you guys in the chat, the bouncing off, the laughs. This is the best, right? This is what makes live streams worth it. It's your interactions. It's this type of banter. It's this type of banter, all right, that gets us up and about. So thank you, Jackson. Much love. Hope you enjoy the rest of the season with us. And we will stick around. And after this, it won't be the end because there will be, of course, the ladies with their fantasy.
100%.
There you go. Fantasy. Yes, that's right, Michael. Real fantasy.
There you go. Jackson. Jackson, thank you very much. Guys, if you haven't already, smash that like, smash that sub button as Jackson has done here. And if you guys want to, consider being a member. We do have access to our community team and our Tuesday night live streams as well. So a bit more exclusivity for you guys there. They're a lot of fun. You think the banter here is big, mate. Tuesday night live streams go off.
Yeah, they're great.
Maybe you should watch Billow's 10 times. There you go. Pleasure as always, guys. Oh, and Jackson, how have you lost over 200 points going Clark? I don't know, Jackson. I look at the scoring difference between both, and I see games like last week where Sinclair goes 120 and 140, and Clark maybe goes 100. I think Clark's floor is probably a little bit better than Sinclair's, but Sinclair's ceiling is so much higher, just due to job role and St Kilda not being very good, that it just hurts. It hurts my brain. I'm just like, Jordan Clark, you scramble to get a half-decent score, and then Sinclair now is just so much better in my eyes. So maybe I'm a bit deluded that way, but I look at some of these stats and, 143, 131, 124. It's the low scores that have killed him, especially games like versus the Dogs. But outside of that, man, like, he's just good for a decent score every week. And Clark, I think, struggles. Luke Ryan might pinch his points, or other people might pinch his points. And yeah, like last week, barely got touched. So a bit rough.
We started doing that a little bit, having him set up behind the ball so that he can use his ball use, because our kicks out of defense have been shit. So there's every possibility that Merritt possibly does, but because he's not kicking out any defenders, we have no defenders. So maybe. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you had to like and see here today, please drop us a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell to not miss out on any of the videos and live streams that we have here on a regular basis, because here at the Centre Bounds,
we do the hard work, so you guys don't have to. Team reviews Sunday, hopefully. Review crew on Monday night. Members live stream on Tuesdays. To drive home on Thursdays. We'll have a few more contents. Stay tuned as well. I may jump on at 5 o'clock-ish tomorrow. Should be a bit of fun. As kind of the Thursday teams finish up, the Friday teams are there. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe not as much content, not as much relevant teams. So be fun to chat anyway.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Happy Friday.